Hello and welcome back to another one of these Twilight Princess transcription videos. Last time we did the track called Confrontation with Zant, and this time, I'm very excited about this, we get to do the actual Zant Battle theme, which is something that I've been looking forward to and dreading for quite a while now. It is a very complicated track and it actually uses samples from the other boss themes. That one's from Diababa, specifically the second half theme. Opening up the last score that we did so that I can use it to copy subtitle and also the composer information. This sample is also from Diababa 2. Okay, the MIDI file for Zant is this one, ezant.bms. This sample is from Dangoro, the Dangoro Battle, which happens to be used 4 times throughout the soundtrack, at least so far. I doubt they use it again. Alright, while this is playing, I'll just go through and assign these sounds for these staves in the MIDI. 120 is in Bank 5, and it is the loops plus SFX samples. Okay. Looking for more 120. There's one right there. These samples are from Morpheal, second half. Okay. There's also a 120 over here. That snare sound, I only have one pitch of, so I'll have to manually add all of the other ones in the sound font. But that's alright, I can do that just fine. Okay, doesn't look like there's any more 120s that I can see. 233, I believe that is Timpani 1. Yes, there it is. See, 162. I think that's a... But looks like I don't have it marked yet, so I won't put it in quite yet. Should be that Twilight start pad, but... And these samples are from the Ook Battle. 84, that's Tubular Bells 1. Next section. This is Blizzetta Battle second half. Ooh, got some modulation on those. That'll be fun. 203, let's see. That should be the Zant Battle theme fragments, but I don't have it marked yet, it looks like. Okay, time to start labeling sounds that I don't have labeled already. Okay, what is first? 201, it looks like. Ook sample, 201, short delay sound. Diababa. Got a bunch of samples from all the different themes right in this section. Had to abbreviate it slightly because I ran out of room to put the number at the end. 201. Okay, I think it's in bank 5. Short delay sound, that's the one. 202. Okay, short hit. Short hit, there it is. 202. There should be plenty of room for those numbers there. Alright, then we can put that sound on this staff. It's right next to the other one. Might as well start this playing back to have something to listen to. That is way too short. Time to bring out the tap so that I can tap the tempo. See what it actually is. $155 it is. 155, gotta make sure it follows that written tempo. All the MIDI imports have that box unchecked for whatever reason. 7. Let's see. Do we have 7? That's a large list to look through. Let's see. Don't see it so far. Might have just missed it though. This is a big list. Let me add the parenthesis. There we go. Gritty trumpet. That's 7. This rhythm is wrong, but that's to be expected with MIDI import. Okay. Gritty trumpet 7 right there. 143. That is a familiar number. That was used in the Twilight, the Palace Twilight theme. Should be the bright synth right up at the top there. Okay, there it is. 141. Don't have it. Okay. Twilight Battle Bass. I like that name. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove the middle word because I ran out of room. 141 for the Twilight Battle Bass. Dun 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 da. Ba da da da. 144. Ba da 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 da. Don't have that marked. 144. Ocarina of Time, low piano. Okay. Ocarina of Time, low piano. There we go. Okay, then you can search Ocarina of Time. Then should be able to mark this 144. Plenty of room. Next should be 221. Let's see, what's this one? I don't have it marked, so over to the other sound font. 221, Ocarina of Time Voice Pad 2. Another Ocarina of Time sound. 221. There's only room for one of those parentheses, which is fine. Just want to have that one parenthesis of separation, and that is good enough for me. Should be in bank 7, all the way down at the bottom there. Voice pad 2. $203. Zant boss theme fragments. Alright, that's the big staff. That's the really important one for this. $203. There's not any room on this one, so let's just get rid of that. 203. Yep. But hear how the snare doesn't go up at the end? That's because I only have one sample of those. Anyway, 203, that's the boss theme fragments. Okay, 162. See if... Okay, 162, Twilight Start Pad. There's not enough room. I'll just remove pad, that's fine. Twilight Start. And there's actually room for the other parentheses as well. Yeah, sounds weird without the thing going up at the end. Okay, should be one left. The number is obscured because it says soprano sax for some reason. Okay, go all the way back to see the number. 125. Okay. I don't have that marked. 125. Goron Mines High SFX. Okay. SFX was the wrong choice to search. There's a lot of those. Just remove Goron. That should still keep the same meaning and give us enough space to put that. It should be in 5, high SFX. Cool. Okay. Save that as a new score file. Now, time to open it in the MIDI player, the original MIDI, so that I can get the panning. There we go, finally found it. And if you're wondering why my voice seems a bit disconnected from what's going on, it's because this is another voiceover. Because with the original recording, I forgot to unmute my microphone in OBS again. Okay, so that second staff is a pan of 70. This one is all the way right, so it's 100. This one is center. Okay. Staff 4, the next is like 50. Should be good. Next is minus 40 or so. And next is all the way left. Okay. Then channel 8, that should be 50, 60, yeah, 60. Should be like, that's minus 40, I would say. Okay, channel 10. 50. Yeah, 50 fits a bit more. Channel 10 is unused because there's not a drum set staff on this MIDI file. So 11 is the tubular bells. Should be 70 pin. The next should be centered. Centered. Oops. That is not where I wanted to click. 14. Okay. I was probably talking about something at this point, but I don't know what that is. Okay. 14 is all the way right. 15 is all the way left. Then 16 is the timpani, and it is at a minus 60 panning. Then, the last staff, there is not enough channels. So I'm going to go ahead and look through these. 84, yep, that's the tubular bells, alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One second, I'm gonna get out the part where I'm confused. Okay. Turns out that the last track is just weird, but it has a centered panning, so it's fine. Did everything right the first time. Okay, now it is time to start. Then Morpheal Battle, second half. Then it goes back to Ook. Okay. Then all the way down to Blizzetta. Oh, it covered it up. Okay, scroll just a bit more. There it is. Okay, that should be all the scores we need. Now, time to start making the new score, getting the instrument list and everything like that. First of all, let's get actual instruments in the Zant.bms. First one, this is a percussion of some kind. This is I'm gonna call this a drum set because it's got a kick and it's got a snare. And I'll just do something weird with the different pitches of the snare rim shot. Okay, next staff. That's a really weird line. Okay, but I'm going to call that a good old bass synthesizer. It's very bassy. And the next staff. I'm going to call that one an atmosphere synthesizer. And it'll go above the bass. Yep, okay. Next. Bongos. I think I heard a different sample near the end. So I'm just trying to find that. Yep, that should just be bongos. Perfect. Next staff will be, let's see, trumpets. There's two of them. I don't like searching for trumpets because then it gives you a different version because of the drop-down menu for choosing what key. Brightness synthesizer. Okay, that one should go above both of the other synths. Right there. Because I like my synths ordered pitch range. That's another bass synthesizer. Okay, that goes with the other one. Next will be this staff right here. Let's see, what's this? Is this piano? Is it the piano staff? That it is. There's the piano. Piano. There we go. Then I think... should the piano go above the synths? Yeah, I think it should. Piano and then the electronics. Perfect. Then, next staff. That is a pad synth. It's a voice pad synth. It's the Ocarina of Time one. And that one just goes below the brightness one because it's less bright and I think it's in the same range. Okay, then the next staff will be this one. It's the chimes. Chimes or tubular bells, depending on what country you ask in, or who you ask even. Okay, next staff will be samples. That's a whole can of worms. I'll do that last. Okay, this one, this next staff, what is this? Ah, okay, I call that the mallet synth. Okay, and then that will go between the pad and the synthesizer. The pad and the atmosphere synth. This is another pad synth. There's two of them. One is panned all the way left, one of them is panned all the way right. They should be like 14 and 15. Those should be the two. Let's see, how far is it from the start of the score to when those play? It's not too far. I don't see any difference in the in the little MIDI channels window, which is right up here. They look the same to me for both of them. So if they are exactly the same, I don't know. Yeah, they look the same. I don't know why there's two of them, so I'll just make one on the full score that I'm making. Just see one more time. And yeah, they're exactly the same. I don't know why they're 2. That's weird. Because their pitch is the same. They're not different for like modulation or anything. Volume is the same between the two of them. So it's all just weird. I'm gonna put 1. 1 should be enough for me. But it's a pad synth and it will go just above the bass synths. There we go. Okay, that's both of those. This stuff is timpani. I think those timpani are actually only at the start of the score and never again. Poor timpani player. He must be bored. And there's this. I'm gonna call that effect synth. And I'm gonna put it just above the mallet synth. Sure. I think these are all good in the right order for that. Now I need to choose what kind of synth I want the samples to be. I think, excuse me. Yeah, I think effect would be the best, honestly. Then this synth goes all the way at the top, because the visualization I have in my head for how this score is going to look is it's going to be all of this stuff that you see right here on the bottom, and then all of these stuff contained within these samples is going to be displayed above in like cutaway staves. Okay, so now we get to go through all the samples that are used and do instrumentation. Got snare, we've got cymbals, and then making sure that these are above the effect synthesizer. Then we've got brass, we've got 4 trumpets, and we've got 2 horns. So for 6 trumpets total. Let's see, and that should be everything for that sample. I'm gonna move on to the next sample now. Okay. Yeah, it's just pitched down a bit, but that's fine. So, trombone and then a full orchestra. Perfect. Full orchestra, 2 violins, 1 viola, 1 cello, 1 bass. And where did it put those? Put them at the bottom. Those need to be moved up to above the effect synth. So right there. Then trombone. Okay, perfect. And that should be it for that sample. Go on that. Then let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Each section repeats in the MIDI file. Next section. Next sample. Okay, that should be in Dangoro Battle. Then should be like right here. I think it's this right here. Ba 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 ba. Okay, in my later versions of this score, that harpsichord is a dulcimer instead, because that's the sound that's more consistent throughout the thing. So dulcimer and bass dulcimer. Okay, those should be together above unpitched percussion. And then we need the percussion synthesizer. And that should go right above the orchestra, but below the unpitched percussion. I like to organize my unpitched percussion by pitch. Okay, I think that's all for that sample. Next sample over here. Trying to get the longest note that uses the sample to see how far I have to go. It should be right here. There we go. Now I already have everything for that in the score already. Next section. Over the repeat. Now this. That should be Morpheal Part 2. Ba 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 ba. Should be right here. Okay, so timpani, tuba. I already have a horn and a trombone, and then I already had both of those. Okay, so just timpani and tuba get added to the list. That's it for that section. Next section. This is from the Uke Battle theme. It is right near the beginning, right here. Just those two measures right there. Okay, so bass, oboe, and kalimba. Bass oboe, what a strange instrument. Then we've got kalimba. I'm going to want that to be above the dulcimer. And then should need bongos, conga, tambourine. The snare drum, but I'm just gonna leave it above, I think. Yeah, I think so. Let's see, any more things in this sample? Don't think so. Was just testing the pitch to see what I thought of it compared to a snare drum. But I think that's good how it is. New sample. Okay, doesn't sound like it uses the sample very long. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. This is still from the Usurper Battle theme, same section, just further along in the score. Ba-da-bum, 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 bum-ba-dum. Should be this. Okay, then that should be piccolo, shaker, bass drum, rototom. Piccolo, shaker, bass drum, rototom. I think those should be it. Just barely missing those hits that would mean we need a second tambourine. So that's fine with me. Piccolo, nope, don't want to search for it because it's got that little drop down and that makes it display differently with the instrument names. Bass drum, let's see. Bass drum should be at the bottom, below tam tam. There we go. Then I want the rototoms. Where did it put those? In above there. I want those below the bass dulcimer. And then what was last? Shaker. Yes. And then that should go below tambourine, but still above cymbals, I think. You can make an argument that it should go below. Zant Battle, second half. Okay, that first sample should just be right here at the start. Just need the pipe organ, and that's it. Okay. Pipe organ. Okay, down below percussion, but above the synthesizer. And then, let's see, new sample right here. Then that goes into new samples. So, let's see, where is this one? That's right here, then I think it's right here. Then, so I just need to add the guitar. Just a normal acoustic guitar. That's the one I use for all of my guitars, is just acoustic. It's just easier than trying to differentiate between steel and nylon strings. Guitar goes above orchestra but below choir and anything like that. New sample. Okay. Bum bum ba da ba da ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum-ba-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. So, for this one, we have timpani, we need chimes, and piano, and tenor. Okay, chimes and piano and tenor. Chimes, okay. Make sure those went in the right place. That's the original chimes. Chimes, yep, that's good. Piano and tenor. Okay. Then let's see where those went. Piano, I don't want that up there. That should go below the percussion, but above the pipe organ. Okay, tenor, that's fine. Okay, that's it for that. Okay. Okay, we already covered that sample. Already covered all these. Okay, looks like that's all the samples. So this should be the final instrumentation. It's quite a lot. Like a lot. Okay, so now copy over the composer information into there, and then the subtitle. Copy it into there, and copy the track name from the Audacity, and copy that there. Get rid of the number at the start because I don't want that to appear on the title. Then it's 155 beats per minute. I'm gonna go ahead and put like 200 into the measure count. Then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feels like 4/4 to me. Okay, wow, that's very small. Okay, time to deal with this. First of all, I want to rename this track to the boss theme sampler and then just say samples. Okay. That's the dividing line between the two halves. Okay, so dulcimer, the bass dulcimer. I like to rename these to just say bass dulcimer rather than having mountain. BS DLC. Okay, perfect. Making sure that regular dulcimer uses DLC as well. That bracket needs to be extended to cover that as well. Timpani, that's just timpani, not timpani 1. This is just chimes, not chimes 1. Not sure why these dialog boxes take so long to open up sometimes. Okay, then going down the list, I didn't want to drag that. Then bongos 1, that's just bongos. Okay, piano 1, that'll just be piano. Then next is, that's all good. I don't remember whether the tenor should go above or below the guitar. This isn't trumpet 5, it's just trumpet 1, because numbering is separate for the samples versus not. Okay. Timpani 2, that's just timpani again. And then chimes 2, That's just regular chimes. Bongos 2. Okay, piano 2 as well. It's gone. Then that is pad synthesizer 1, but this is not effect synthesizer 2. The other effect synthesizer was the sampler staff, and that's not called effect anymore. Pad synth 2, bass synth 1 and 2. Perfect. Now, time to remove staves from things that don't need them. Dulcimer, I just need the treble clef staff. And then, no reason to drag that down again, because it's just going to reset every time I delete one of these staves. So next should be piano. Just need the bass clef staff. Pipe organ didn't need the extra foot staff, it just needed the top 2. The piano for the actual track doesn't need both staves, it just needs bass. Brightness just needs treble. Okay, then pad. I don't remember with that one. Let me skip it for now. Let's go. Yeah, I don't remember which instrument that is. Yeah, let's just skip it for now. Scroll down for ones that I do know. I know pad synthesizer is only bass. That one's only bass. This one is only bass. Atmosphere, that should only be bass. Mallet gets both. Then effect, I don't... which one is that again? Right, the voice pad and then effect. That was the weird sound. That should just be treble clef as well. Perfect. Nicely arranged in pitch order. Treble, 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 bass, 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 bass. Now synth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go ahead and skip that for you. Alright, and that is synth 8. All renamed and looking nice now. I really should save this. So Zelda music, Twilight Princess. Scroll all the way down, and then that is 612. Cool. Now, let's see. This is still really small. Let me see if I can make the page size any bigger with all this fitting on there. Yeah, 0.5 millimeters. The recommended limit is 1 millimeter staff size. 0.25. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go in to all of these staves that are for the sampler and set each of them to hide when empty to always. Then there's a handy little arrow down there, down to each one of these. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of staves. Oh yeah, and I should make them cut away too. Cut away, cut away, cut away, cut away. Oh, it resets because I need to click apply. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do all these right now and skip this for you. Okay. Okay, and that should be the last of the staves. This looking a lot better. This will be a lot easier to fit. Okay, 4, 5. Yep, that fits. 4, 9. Yep. 5, 9. Yeah. 6, 9, the default. No, it doesn't fit. 6, 0. Yeah. 6, 3. No. 6, 2. That's a good size. This is a lot easier to see, a lot bigger. It's way, way better. Okay, but that's a lot of staves. That's 54 staves for this one track. Now that, move down to be able to read it. Then, okay. Now, should be able to start on the first section. And I'm just going to do this one section at a time. Back to the start. That's a very large score. Okay, first track is blank. First 3 tracks are blank. There's the loop, and yeah. So, first track with actual stuff in it. Bongos. Okay, Usurper King Zant. Go ahead and paste that on there. Right, I need to set the sound on the staff first. Okay. Bongos 2. I'm going to go ahead and mute these. 1 second. There we go. And bongos 2. Change this to bank 5, the loops plus SFX. 100, so that's forte. And that third one seemed a bit quieter, so yeah, 87. I'm going to go ahead and say this is forte, and that is mezzo piano. Mezzo forte, I mean. Forte is 96, mezzo forte is 80. And is all this 87? Looks like it is. Perfect. I don't think these bongos are actually offset by that. Yeah, they start on beat 1. Time to move all these over. Okay. Move it over 1 beat. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it starts on measure 7. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Then that one can go away. So there's only 6. Go ahead and make that a page rate because it seems like a good place for it. Make all these whole notes. Able to do that pretty fast. There we go. Perfect. That is a E2 for the drum set. Open this up and E2. Okay. This is loop 1. Okay, it should go on the center, B staff 2, and then C, so that it doesn't interfere with the normal bongo commands of A and B. Okay, just making sure I'm not going over. There we go, that should be everything. That's the wrong one to delete. I need to delete the other one. That one. Now time to write out this little loop thing. It shouldn't be too hard. Doom ba ba ba. Think that's good. Uncheck play for all those. And that sounds close enough to 16 notes for me. So I'll just go ahead and put a dotted half note with a tremolo on it. But I need to turn off playback for that. That's not what I want to hear. And this one should be good with a tremolo too. Just one. Perfect. Now I should be able to copy and paste this. Copy, paste. Okay. alto forte. There we go. Paste this on all of these measures. Should be perfect. And that should be all of them. Perfect. Okay, then the next staff that has actual stuff in it, these next three don't, should be this piano staff. There's 5 beats of silence at the start, so start copy pasting from the 6th beat. That way it won't get offset weirdly. Okay, over here, paste piano. Change the sound to the actual piano that I want. Twilight Princess Sound Font Bank 6, Ocarina of Time low piano. That rhythm is wrong, but whatever. Let me see. So, E natural, D and G sharp, but A natural. That's 4 sharps. Cool. Works for me. Key signatures, 4 sharps. Right there. Then reorganize the rest. Make that a bit longer for like the reverb tail or whatever. Yeah, I think that sounds better. Okay. Da 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 ba ba. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. First of all, see, what was the padding for that? It was minus 50. Wait, 60. I was looking at the wrong stuff. Then gonna close all these. I think I want to save those changes. I have a lot of scores open, but I want to save the sound font, all the little numbers that I added. Oh, and I have to close MIDI player too, because it's also using the sound font. Just gotta close everything using the sound font, and then it can actually save properly. Just gotta wait for that to save all the way, because this sound font is absolutely massive. There we go. Polyphony crashed, I don't know why, but it did. And I'll just open up the MIDI and my full score. It's doesn't look like it's on this list for some reason. That's okay. I'll just go to my folder, reload, so it actually shows up, and there it is. And then, excuse me. Then I'll open up the other boss theme scores when I need them. Okay, 60. That way it actually fits. What's velocity? 121. I'm just going to say that's fortissimo, which is 112. That is really loud, so I need to... That's the wrong box. I wanted to reset the velocity to 64. Perfect. And the empty space will get filled later. Dun dun. Boom boom. 85, that's a mezzo forte, which is 80. Dun, dun. Just go ahead and select all of these and do an accidental rejig. Okay. And then, right, this is bass clef, so that's a D, not a B. Then tie that there. That's dot a quarter now. Tie, tie. Okay, get rid of all this voice 2 stuff. Okay, and right there I just accidentally selected all the way to the end of the score with my copy paste. That will come up in a bit. There we go. Perfect. Right, and I need to reset the velocity on these. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Okay, paste again. Then I need to erase velocity again because I forgot about that. Okay, copy. And here we go. I'm surprised this is repeating so many times, but that's because I accidentally pasted the original thing again. Na 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 na. And there we go. Na. Okay, B flat F natural to E A. Okay. And then get rid of all this voice 2 stuff. And here too. Then I can go ahead and copy this. Right, I need to wipe velocity first and then copy this. And then delete that, paste. $97, so that's a forte, which is 96. Da 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 da. Then it should be the little part. But there's 2 extra permutations because of that copy paste thing. Just double checking real quick. Make sure that's exactly what happened. Da 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 ba ba ba. Okay, so see, yeah, that goes out way too far. So just select this, cut, paste it 8 bars back. That should fix it. Perfect. Okay, and then this part is important. I'll just skip it real quick. I was just confirming that what I thought was happening was what was actually happening, and yep, it was. Just making sure it lines up now. Okay. Da, da. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, so it's not a quarter note at the start of the bars. It's straight dotted quarters throughout. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Perfect. Okay. Time to make it a reality. All of it is 97, so good. To leave it as forte, just swipe all that real quick. And gotta have proper note groupings there. Get rid of that voice 2 stuff. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. Go ahead and make these sensible accidentals. And also, it's low enough that I think it deserves an octave line. Perfect. Okay, same pattern just repeats a couple times. Okay, and that's the last of that pattern all done now. Alright, and I gotta make those playback notes in the bongos invisible. Perfect. And then what track is next? Does the next track actually have stuff in it this time? Yes, it does. Okay, select this, go all the way to the looping point, which is right there, because I marked it with that page break a bit ago. Okay, OOT voice pad 2, it's minus 50. Okay, and it's pad synth 1. There we go. Should be in bank 7. That's where all the synths are. Voice pad, it was minus 50. Yep, there we go. It's the one I mistook for the piano earlier. Okay, then it goes right here. Wait, that's the wrong staff. Goes in synth 2. There we go. These accidentals are bonkers. But I don't want those double sharps and stuff. So let me try a few things. There we go. That makes it a lot better. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's all 83 velocity, which is mezzo forte. Mezzo forte is 80 again, so 3 difference isn't really much. Reset all that velocity. And then should be just the same thing again with the same beat pattern and everything for these. Perfect. Now all that's done. And it's sounding great. I just had to reorganize the rhythms the same way with as I did with the piano. Gotta make sure this balance is correct. Yeah, sounds good to me. Then this section didn't have the synth, it's just the piano for now. Okay. Okay, now, what is the next track? Let's see. There we go. Next one down is... where is my cursor? There it is. It is the chimes. Perfect. Start on that beat to copy. Don't want it offset weirdly. Go right up to the loop, and then we can paste it into the chime stuff. And then gotta set the sound for it. Okay, there we go. Tubular bells 1. What is the panning? It is 70. Let's see, 79, so that's a mezzo forte. And it looks like it's the same as the piano line all the way through, so I can just copy that. Then paste, delete, paste, so that it gets rid of all of the voice 2 stuff, because otherwise we have all those artifacts and stuff. There we go. Delete the octave line, make that mezzo forte. There we go. And that sounds good. And then this part. And then rejig accidentals so that they're not stupid. Velocity 103, that will be a forte. Dynamics in chimes are opposite of piano. Looks like the bottom note in the piano is the same as the tubular bells. So I can just copy this part, paste it up here, delete, paste up 2 octaves, then make this forte. Don't want both of those there. Then just reset that position, and then delete the top note of each of these. Oops. Okay, keep going. That should be everything. I'm a bit worried about the bongos though, they seem a tad quiet compared to everything else. Don't know if they're supposed to be like that. Excuse me. Bum 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 bum. 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 Perfect. That should be good for all this. I'm checking the bongos. See if they're the right volume. Seem a tad quiet, honestly. 2 maybe? Would that be enough? That's better. Maybe 3? Yeah, I think that's good. Cool. Making sure all the balance is correct here between the instruments. Okay, next, staff. That's the samples. The next after that looks like it's the intro stuff. Copy all this. Started the copy on the 6th beat because there are 5 empty beats at the start. And then this is mallet synthesizer. Paste that in. Perfect. Then I want this to be bank 5 loop plus SFX. Perfect. It seems a bit like it's dragging, and I don't know if it's supposed to feel like that. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, ba, do, da, ba, boo, ba, boo. Okay. Let me check the channel on the original MIDI to see if there's pitch on there. Staff 12. So, 1 second. Okay. Oh, there we go. I don't see any pitch on there so far. Channel 13. Yeah, 0. Yeah, I don't see any pitch on that, which is weird because it doesn't. It's not the right pitch. It's very slightly off. But if I do 50, then it's just gonna do that. It's gonna round it up to the next pitch, which is not what I want. 49, does that? No, it doesn't. Okay. That's a bit better. I just realized I was doing that on the MIDI the whole time. Okay, is this right there? That's where it starts. No, it's not high enough. So I'll need to go ahead and edit the sound font, which is always my favorite thing to do. Wait, this is the wrong sound font. I chose the old one. Okay, Twilight Princess sound font, this one. Down to bank 5. To the loops plus SFX, go into here so I can see the samples. And that second half of the sample is, I think, only used in the Twilight track. The regular old Twilight theme. Okay, duplicate that so I have another pitch. 62 because 61 is taken. Okay, root key 61. So it's transposed up 1/2 step. That's too high. Down 50 cents, maybe? Yeah, I think that's the right pitch. Yeah. Yeah. That feels good. Perfect. Okay, now just closing up these. Don't save the changes this time. And then save the sound font. Make sure I'm close the MIDI player too. Yeah, this always takes a bit. I do know why. It's because the sound font is absolutely massive. Oh, that doesn't look great. I hope that yeah, there it goes. Man, and if I look back like 5 seconds there, you can see my microphone was muted. Lovely. Okay, back to here. And I need to remember to unpause it. There we go. Then open Zant Battle. Perfect. Then I should be able to use the new pitch with the mallet synth staff. Takes a while to load because there's an absolute ton of these. 0. Perfect, perfect. 96, that looks like forte. Okay, now open up a recent score, Palace of Twilight, because that's one of the ones where I have the written out first half of the loop. Okay, scroll all the way over here. There it is. I want this one. Perfect. Copy that and then paste it over here. I think I go up 4 half steps. Right here, then yeah, so up 1 more half step. Realistically, it is actually up half of a half step, but I don't want to write out all of those weird accidentals. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, perfect. Okay, that is a crescendo the whole time. Okay. Do do da do do da do ba na. All the way up to there, because there's that one note that you can still hear afterwards. This is probably a piano is better. Yeah, I need to disable playback on that. Okay, then it's perfect. Go ahead and copy all of that. Paste it here. Check velocity 108. I'm going to go ahead and say that's enough for it to be fortissimo, just so there's a difference between the two. Yep, and there's no downbeat on this one. You can't hear it. Perfect. Piano goes right there. Okay, just need to remove that. Okay. Then I just need to make this tie invisible, and then I'm good. Okay, now should be good to go to the next track. I don't think there's any more of those. No. Okay, alright, I should be able to close the Palace of Twilight score. And then, next track is these. Okay, time to open another score, which is the Twilight theme. That hasn't been open in a while, so I'm just going to open it directly. It's all the way back in Bank 1, 1-28. This one was a tough one to transcribe, let me tell you. Okay. Perfect. It actually uses glissandos, which is unusual for my scores. Usually I use guitar bends, but because glissandos need 2 staves to work to have that nice seamless transition without the rearticulation. So I'll just go ahead and copy this, and then can go into here. Need to add another pad synth. I can't just do another stave because 4.4 isn't out yet. Every day it gets closer, and every day I am more excited. Looks like it's probably up here somewhere. Oh, yep, the dulcimer's caught some more riffraff. Okay, all the way to the bottom, and then up 2, because those are the bass staves. Right there. And then that goes right here. Da-da-da-da. And then Twilight Start and Twilight Start. These don't have panning. Okay, then this should work. Seamlessly switching from one to the other. Perfect. Then this only goes to right there. So I just need to shorten the decrescendo to right there for both of these staves. Only the bottom one needs to have playback for that decrescendo, because it's the one that's sounding for the long note. Top one is only there for the glissando. Okay. Yeah, mezzo piano sounds like a good dynamic for that. Then both of these should be bass clef. Perfect. And then I can remove the second staff from this other pad synth. Then make it invisible. I put the bass clef in the wrong place. It needs to be at the start of the staff. I'm going to go ahead and put it on both of these. Then both of these need bass clef. That needs bass clef. I don't know what wiped those clefs off of it, but something did. Okay, I need that a little bit louder. Okay, I need to unhide the other staff again because I changed the dynamics. I'm not sure why that bass clef went away, but whatever. Let's add more fortes, see if it's loud enough. Nope. Add even more. Nope, that doesn't seem to have fixed it. Let's try reducing how quiet it starts. That's perfect. You can't even tell. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and hide that other staff. It's looking pretty good. What's the next one? Can close that score. That note is entirely in the wrong place, but whatever. I can fix it manually. Effect synth. There we go. Okay, need to select the sound for this staff, and since it's so low, looks like it goes below here. Surprisingly low. I didn't think it was that low. Effect synth goes to sound fonts, Twilight Princess sound font, Bank 5, High Goron Mines, SFX. Perfect. And then that, since it's so low compared to the sample, it goes for a while. So 4 measures seems like a good amount. Nope, that's correct. 107. I'm going to say fortissimo, which is 112. And call it good. 64. Okay, now I have to rename these. 1 second. Perfect. That wasn't too many, just a couple of them. Now we should be good. I think next is the samples. Let's see. See how well it's lined up. Sounds really good so far. Sounds great to me. Boom, 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 boom. 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 Okay, then I need to put a repeat bar line on this. Perfect. There we go. And then the repeat goes to right there. And then I want a double bar line right there. And then a double bar line right there as well. And that should be all of those. Okay, then I want staff text saying, well, system text saying what phase it is. And this is Diababa. 16 point, bold, that seems good. And then let's do a frame. Now I want the thickness of the frame to be a bit more. There we go. Then more padding, actually, because it's slightly touching the ladders. 0.4 should do it, and that looks good. Okay. Then next should be samples, I think. Start copying it from there. And there, it looks like there are 2 pitches here. Not too bad. Okay, then that's certainly bass. Those are very low pitches. Reorganizing these rests and stuff so they make more sense. Here we go. That's a whole note total, then half, and again, because it was in 3/4 before in the MIDI import for some reason. So I just need to fix the note durations up so that they're not a bunch of ties. Perfect. Then get rid of that. And I want the top staff of that to be a treble clef because it goes up later. And these low ones can all go with an octave line. I think I might adjust this later to be 1 octave line per group of notes. There we go. This goes to the Zant Battle theme stuff. Okay. Okay. This is a very dramatic crescendo here. Make sure I wipe the velocities off of this. That doesn't get loud enough. Triple forte? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Now I need to go ahead and open Diababa second half. Diababa second half. And then I want measure 1 and beats 1 to 2. I want to label these so that you know exactly where they're coming from, where the samples are coming from. Okay, then that's intersecting with the bar line, which I don't like, so I'm going to put a frame around it. Fill color to be FFFFFF, because I've changed my page color in MuseScore to just be pure white rather than off-white. Save as default in the score, then there we go. Perfect. Now I can go ahead and copy the original thing. That's the wrong pitch. Let's see. How far do I have to move it? I think it's... Yeah, it's just a half step. No, 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 no. Just checking a few pitches. Perfect. That looks good to me. And then go all the way up to the horn 1, then paste this. It's not going to make any sound, obviously, because the samples already do that for me. Then repitch it, copy, paste. There we go. Then there is a bit more to this sample. Yay, because it's got the cymbal and the snare. Okay, then scroll all the way down to get to the cymbal stuff. There we go. And the snare isn't right below it, so scroll a bit more to get to the snare drum. There we go. I can remove all this playback stuff in the cymbal staff because it's not important anymore. Paste, 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 paste. Perfect. Wow, that's really shoving that off the bottom of the page now, isn't it? Time to see how much I need to do to get it to not do that. 0.4. I hope I don't have to go that far. 0.45, that's not enough. See, 0.42, not quite. 40. I think, just a bit more. 3.8. Yeah, that looks good. And then I have to fix the composer text and the subtitle, move them around a little bit so they don't intersect with anything and they look nice. Perfect. I forgot the timpani. Better late than never, I suppose. Okay. Paste that in right here. Rearrange externals and then change to the correct sound. And panning, which is -60 panning, and then the sound is bank 5. It's timpani 1. Bank 5, timpani 1. Perfect. That is 121. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's fortissimo, which is 112. Okay, rests need to be organized like that. Okay. I don't like that extra 8th note of duration on there with the timpani there. Okay. Now I have to adjust the dynamics on this, so that'll take a little bit, so I'll pause real quick. Okay, and that should be the last of it. Now that reflects the dynamics that the sampler is doing. Page break there to make this look nicer. But I like the way this is looking. I really do. That is, wow, that's loud. Copy this. Sounds like all of them are the same. Oh, one measure over from that. Perfect. I think that's good for this little section right here. Though in the original it's a tiny bit shorter. Now that's too much. Maybe tile these to a 16th note and then it'll be good. Perfect. Now just copy these two over to the other ones. Just squish that extra measure onto there. And then the next page will have 6. Okay. Perfect. Sounding pretty good. And looking pretty good too. Let's see, where does this start? 37 seconds? Okay. Okay. Yeah, forte. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, 90, and then 78. That's mezzo forte. Perfect. Copy this, and then just change the measure and the beats. Now, where exactly is this coming from? Measure 4, beats 1 through 4. That should be good. Measure 4, beats 1 through 4. Dun dun dun. Is that the right pitch again? Looks like it. Okay. Then I can copy this measure and paste it on beat 3. Then don't forget to put it down the half step. Copy the other 2 beats to go right there. Okay, what dynamics? Mezzo forte? Yeah, mezzo forte sounds good for that. And then down 1 to mezzo piano. Perfect. And then there is one more part to this sample, which is the trombone. Dun 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 dun. All the way up to trombone 1. Perfect. First 2 beats, copy, paste. Mezzo forte to mezzo piano. Just making sure that this is the same dynamic as orchestra. I guess it is. Copy this and paste it in all the correct places. And that's over 1. Okay, then up there. Now delete those invisible half rests because they make me feel bad. Okay. Okay, make that a straight whole note. there we go. Full note. Get rid of all these mezzo pianos. Okay. Oh, that still has velocity on it. I haven't realized that quite yet. Just paste these on all these. Then remove all the dynamics from this range because they're redundant. Yep, and I need to remove velocity from all this stuff. The original sample, I already removed the velocity, but that's good. Okay, it's sounding good to me. Yeah, now these are actually the right volume. Yeah. Sounds pretty good. Let's see. Okay, then there's this one, which needs to be a bit louder. And then all of these mezzo fortes can be replaced with fortes because it got a bit louder. Perfect. And then I need to move that trombone part down the half step because I forgot to. Okay, page break there, page break there, and then it all looks good. Okay, and I think that's everything. I just listened it together. Yep, that sounds together to me. It's interesting how the bongos are a bit louder in the transition section. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay. Yeah, and I know in the first sample there's a pianissimo leading to a pianissimo, but I don't really care enough to fix that. It's not really too big of a deal. Perfect. Then I believe the same transition is used for everything. So I can just copy this, paste it here. Yep, sounds the same to me. Then start repeat bar line and copy this over to say virus. Wait, no, it's actually Dangoro, it's not virus. Okay, save, and then as far as I can think of right now, that should be everything. Cool. See you next time.